Okay, so I don't know about you guys, but I've been seeing all these mannequin challenges. What is that? Everybody is being still, and then there's a story or there's something going on. Well, that's fine and dandy. But today is not the day to participate in any mannequin challenge if you have not voted. If you have not voted, you need to get out and vote. And here's the thing. Either way, this is a very, very historical election, in my opinion. You know, people have been arguing, people have lost friends, people have stopped speaking to each other over this election because of their choice of candidates, because of their desire to be vocal in who they were voting for. But either way you look at it, this is a historical election. We could either have our first woman president of the United States, or we can have the first person ever who has not served in any other political capacity to become the number one person, which is very, very unheard of in anything. I've applied for, but I've never gotten a job as a president of a company where I didn't move up through the ranks or start on my own. So either way that you look at it, this is a very, very historic election. And the reason I say that, you know, I'm asking that everyone that can vote get out and vote, because some people feel like this election is not important enough. So, I mean, believe it or not, some people actually feel that their voice does not matter in this election, and that cannot be further from the truth. I remember my grandmother, when she was alive, she would always tell me about the importance of voting and how it felt when she didn't have the right to vote. Because she lived in a time when she was not able to vote because she was a black, and then she was a woman. So there were reasons that she couldn't vote. So she would always say, you know, no matter who's in office, I'm going to exercise my right because it is a right that I didn't have all the time. So I'm going to go and vote. And then she would always say, and it doesn't matter who's going to be in office, because at the end of the day, I'm either going to put another cup of water on the sauce and or not. I'm still going to eat. I'm still going to be in the house that I live in. You know, my circumstances may or may not change with the official, but at the end of the day, I learn how to manage myself accordingly, no matter who's in office. So again, I say, go vote. Now, to you young people, this year, I was quite surprised when one day I got home and my son, who will be 17 this month, was actually watching the debates. And I thought maybe he just had the TV on, but he was actually watching and listening to. And then he looked at me and he said, Mom, do you realize that the next time we vote for a president, I will be voting? And then he looked at me and he said, I need to understand this. I need to know how to listen to the debates, and I need to know how to pick the candidate that I'm going to vote for. And I was like, wow, you know, I was really impressed with the fact that he wanted to know. And although he couldn't vote, he said it was important for him now to begin to understand. So to my young people, I say, it's time for you to begin to understand what it is, because one day, God willing, you live, you will be able to go and vote. Now, this is the last thing I want to say about voting from my past experience. My grandmother, who was a devout Christian, you know, every year or every time there was a political election, she would talk about the importance of voting. And at the end of the day, this is what she would say, or at the end of her speech to me, she would say, she would sing the song, "My hope is built on nothing less than Jesus' blood and righteousness. I dare not trust the sweetest frame, but wholly lean on Jesus' name." And then she would end it with, "On Christ the solid rock I stand. All other ground is sinking sand." And I would listen to her sing that, and I knew that that came from a place that was something very, very special to her. She knew that no matter who was elected, she still knew who she served. So even though you may not like one of the candidates, or you may not like either of the candidates or any of the independents or anything, you still have a right to exercise and go and vote. But you need to understand that even though we vote for and elect these officials, we don't serve them. That is not who we serve. And understand who you serve. That's the most important thing in this election at the end of the day. So yes, go vote. Don't be a My coffee was moving. Does that count for anything? If I'm still and my coffee is moving, I still participated in the mannequin challenge, right? So let's do it again. Don't be a mannequin today. If you haven't already voted, don't be a mannequin today. If you have voted, feel free to be a mannequin and watch all the mannequin challenges. All right, guys. My name is Anitra of AnitraSpeaks.com. Thank you for listening. And again, go vote. Bye.